Leaders Liverpool were 21 games unbeaten in all competitions. Leicester had, though, won before at Anfield on Boxing Day exactly 40 years ago. Alan Smith and some young buck called Lineker with the goals.
You never know what the end result would have been if you don't score just before half-time, but that really lifted us. You could see this in the second half where we immediately scored the second.
We had a great start, 1-0 up just before half-time. I think that was a shame we couldn't get the lead into the break, and straight after half-time as well, conceding the second. But overall, we stayed in the game for a long time. But all credit to the players and also to our goalkeeper, who had an excellent game.
A big milestone for you personally today, Curtis, your 100th appearance in the Premier League, but you were telling me earlier that you weren't aware of that, and it was a certain person that told you. Can you let our viewers know who that person was?
It was Jürgen. Yeah. So then, I just checked there on the Instagram, and the 100 Prem game, proud, absolutely proud, yeah.
Yep, Liverpool march on. They went behind, but at no point really did you think they wouldn't turn it around. They've done it a few times this season, and I suppose it's a good sign of how good they are.
They are unbelievable, Gary, in forward positions. Clearly, they're one of the best in European football because of the options they have. As you said, they went behind again in the game, 7th time this season. But there was never, ever any panic. And the way they play and the way they get that ball into the forward players, and the way Arne Slot is actually managing the players, the forward players, is really impressive as well. I mean, they all look incredibly hungry. I mean, when you've got this guy in your side anyway, in terms of Alexander-Arnold, for balls that are going to be coming in, and then you've got this guy who is just incredible, Salah, and keeps going and going and going, and eventually the defence has to break. But this was a key moment, and I said they didn't panic. Just before half-time, you're looking for a piece of quality. That's exactly what that was. Then you've got the passing and the movement just after half-time, and Curtis Jones comes on, and the way to pass there, then that way to pass, and it's a really clever finish for him. So they just keep on going until they eventually break you, you know. And when this guy's running at you like that, it's very difficult to stop. Again, the way to pass into Nunez, and Gakpo into Salah. I mean, it is an outrageous finish. He makes it look so easy, but of course it's not. The way he sort of guides it into the corner. Yeah. We're talking about the goals. They've got more goals this season than they did at this stage last season. When you and some of the stats. I mean, Salah 25 last season is on 19 now. Gakpo,
Look at this, Alan. 100 Premier League goals at home, 142 games. Someone's done it in 91.
I didn't want to mention that. You see,
the only thing I can say to that, Alan, is you must have been really bad away from home to have that kind of ratio.
Well.
Joe, it's hard to see a weakness in this Liverpool team at present, isn't it?
No, it actually is. In play, they look uncontrollable. You've got the inevitability of Salah. You almost feel like as an opposition, you've kind of got to factor in that he's going to score in the game. Obviously, you're going to do everything you can against it. But Diaz chipping in with big goals. Cody Gakpo looks like he's so in control. He cuts in there, a beautiful finish. Jota, Nunez causing absolute chaos. Szoboszlai is capable from distance.
Goals from everywhere.
Goals from absolutely everywhere.
You're not on, Alan.
They're so strong in forward positions. They really are a joy to watch.
Yeah, indeed. Chelsea hadn't lost at home.
But you always felt, especially when Liverpool just scored before half-time, that was the floodgates about to open. And Leicester, as I say, they kept it down to 3. When you consider the new goalkeeper making his debut, another couple of injuries as well, at Anfield, Liverpool playing so well at the moment as well. They played their part, but Liverpool just too good, and they're looking very, very confident, very assured at the top of the table.
Momentum is there, isn't it? Particularly with that second half performance.
Yeah, but let's be honest, even though Leicester scored first, we knew they were going to win, really. I mean, I think they're the only team in the Premier League without a weakness. Don't think they have a weakness anywhere. Goalkeeper, defence, midfield, attack, best attack by a country mile. Brilliant manager, seems to... emotionally intelligent, makes the right decisions at the right times. They're steamrolling everybody right now.
Much to discuss then, as your Boxing Day Premier League results by 3 goals to 1. What kind of momentum do they have at the moment with those kind of numbers?
Well, they're absolutely loving it, aren't they? I mean, you can only imagine that dressing room. People will say, they will come out and say, we don't look at other teams, we're just concentrating on ourselves. And they're right to do that. And they are concentrating on themselves. They're motoring along really well. But everybody around them has fallen away at the same time. Chelsea lost today. Manchester City dropped points again.
Talk to a man who's only ever had one Liverpool manager till this season. Andy Robertson, part of a winning team again, waiting to talk to us live at Anfield. Good to see you, Andy. Before we get to the bigger picture, you got an early fright there, but normal service resumed.
Yeah, obviously, it's always tough. We know every Premier League game is not easy, especially when you concede first. And yeah, it probably gave us a wake-up call. I thought we started the game quite well, but then obviously we seen the threat of Leicester. They went on the counter-attack and unfortunately we conceded, but I think the reaction was really good and I think we dominated the game from there on in.
How important was that equaliser just before half-time from Cody Gakpo, though, to change the half-time team talk?
Yeah, 100%. I think we had a few chances, hit the post, hit the bar. But yeah, you don't want to go in at half-time behind. So I think the goal and the timing of it was perfect for us. And then we came out the second half. We wanted to start quick. We wanted to get our noses in front. And we managed to do that. And then, I think, like I said, we dominated the game. We could have got a couple more, but it was a good 3 points for us.
Andy, Michael Owen speaking, well played today. Just wondering, a lot of people talking about Arne Slot and what a great job he's doing. That's correct. But of course, he's ably assisted by a team that have won virtually everything over the years. Just wanted to know from your side, has he tweaked your role in any way, shape or form, or the full-back's role, I should say, in general, or is it still same as?
No, to be honest, he tweaks our role every single game, really. I think, depending on who we're playing, how they set up, how we want to set up, we have different positions and different roles within every game. So tactically, he's unbelievable, him and his staff. And I think credit to the lads, we've bought right into it. We've put a lot of work in on and off the pitch. And I think we're seeing the rewards just now. And, we have to keep pushing because the manager demands more from us. I don't think we're quite perfect in his eyes yet, and that's what we want. So we have to keep pushing, have to keep better, and if we do that, then hopefully we win a lot more games.
Hi Andy, it's Owen Hargreaves here. Well done, as Mo said. When I look at this Liverpool team, they almost remind me of the United team that I played on, that you could almost play any style. Whether you dominate possession, you can play on the counter, billion on set pieces. And I think that's a real talent. You look at a lot of teams, people say, we've got an identity. But actually having 3 or 4, I think is such a huge strength to have, depending on what the game needs.
Yeah, 100%. Look, the Premier League's the toughest league in the world, but every single week you come up against, a different challenge. You maybe play teams that are really good with the ball, or you play them in a low block, or good on the counter-attack, or whatever. So I think you have to, try and play against their strengths and limit that, but then also you have to see how you exploit them. So no, you're right, you have to play different ways and different weeks, and I think we've done that this season. I think we've adapted pretty well to most oppositions that we've played, but we also need to keep doing it because we're less than halfway so far, and it's obviously been a good start, but you don't win anything in December, and we have to keep going if we want to be successful this season.
And on that, the flexibility you've got with those attacking players, I mean, Diaz and Jota on the bench today. Gakpo's, I think he's got 6 in his last 7 at Anfield. Mo Salah scores again. The options and the freshness you've got, you must feel you're going to win games with those guys.
Yeah, 100%. Our bench was strong today. Obviously we've got a few players back from injury. We've still got a couple to come back, which will make us even more stronger. And as long as we all try and stay fit and do the right things, then, we know we've got a squad to compete for anything. So, like you says, the changes we make today, the difference they can make and things like that, that's what makes a really good team. And to be fair, the lads coming off the bench, the attitude's spot on, they have to sometimes come on and change the game. So, 11 players don't win anything. It's always 20, 25 players, and we need everyone this season. And, hopefully we can keep making impacts on the bench and also on the pitch.
And just finally, you've been this road before. You're calm and collected. Your manager certainly is. But you can understand the Liverpool fans are almost halfway getting very excited here, Andy, because, you're 7 clear with a game in hand.
Look, I've always said that when, we've been in fortunate positions of leading the league. I think if our fans are getting carried away, then we're doing good things on the pitch and allow them to get carried away. You know, I've been a fan before. You know, obviously loving football, and if you're getting carried away, then it means the team are doing well. But you know, we certainly won't. You know, we know we're in a busy period of time. We know we've got really tough games coming up. We've got West Ham away, who are in a good moment in 3 days' time, and our full focus is on that. So we'll let the fans have a drink tonight and celebrate the win, and you know, we'll be straight home to recover and get ready for West Ham.
Fantastic. Really well played. Thanks very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Cheers. Thank
Bye-bye.
you very much
Bye-bye.
indeed. That's Andy Robertson live at Anfield for you. And again, as I said to him, he's been the course before. So many of them have. But Liverpool fans are right to be excited. Why wouldn't you be?
Well, didn't he just answer that question perfectly? Yeah. Go and have a drink, go and celebrate however way you wish if you're a Liverpool fan. But I'm off to get into bed and rest, recover and get ready for West Ham. And that's exactly what you want your players to be saying as well. So, as you said, Steve, he's experienced. He's been there, seen it, done it before, won virtually everything there is to win in the club game for Liverpool. So they've got the T-shirt. They've done it before. They know what's required. And if you're a Liverpool fan, I think you're in safe hands with the squad. Now the manager, on the other hand, yes, he's won a league title, but not in the Premier League. I mean, the questions could be put to the manager. You know, has he got the attributes? He's certainly showing that he has so far. But these players, they've all done it before. This is virtually the same squad that Jurgen Klopp left him. So I don't think there's any worries from a player's point of view.
And I think you're right. You've hit the nail on the head. It's a unique opportunity here for Liverpool. Because when Arne Slot arrived, he would have said, listen, finish above Pep Guardiola and you've done the job, because they'll be the team to catch or be right around you. They couldn't have envisaged this situation at not even halfway.
No, probably not. But I do think, you know, it was interesting when he said, you know, the manager tweaks our tactics every game. You know, people were labelling manager, you have to have a style of play. Liverpool play different almost every game, depending on what it needs.
That's your point with United, is it?
Yeah, and our team could do that, whatever it needed, you know, and I think, and better than the other team. And I like that about this Liverpool team. They're very versatile, very flexible. And I think they can do pretty much anything that the game dictates. But the biggest thing for me is the reason Arsenal and Chelsea won't win it. They don't have any experience at Liverpool. Alisson, Van Dijk, Trent, Robertson, Salah. You've got 5 guys that have been there and done it, as Mo said, for years. Arsenal, I'm amazed that they haven't addressed that. They're this close. But they need 3 or 4 of those guys in their team. If they get them, they'll win the league. I really believe that. Mo's right. Chelsea are too young. And maybe in 2 years' time they'll be there. But this Liverpool team is perfectly set up. Got a real mix of young players, brilliant front 3. But actually, because they can play different every game, they're going to be hard to stop.
Apart from Leicester, and then Liverpool had to show their mettle. I mean, you know, that energy, these games come thick and fast now, and to keep finding that energy to go again and keep pressing. There was a question mark there, certainly after the first 5 or 10 minutes, but, you know, they rarely let you down, especially at Anfield. The crowd get behind them, they put in a performance, they get the crowd back up, and it sways, and they both feed off each other in many ways. We shouldn't have worried, as Owen said, even though they scored 1, you still expected them to steamroller them in the end.
Yeah, and Andy Robertson himself hit the post. So did Mo Salah, hitting the bar. And then, as I said to him, the timing of Gakpo's equaliser was a sickening one from Leicester's point of view, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, thing is as well, it's just, there's no pressure on the ball between the lines. As Mo said at half-time, forward passes. But how can you let this guy get it on his right foot? These guys are too good. You know, obviously, I think the overlapping run probably, you know, helps that in a way. You know, but such a good finish that. Honestly, he is so underrated, Cody Gakpo. I mean,
why do you think that is?
I don't know.
He's having a great season.
Honestly, I remember even when there was a bit of criticism when he first came. He's about 6'3". He's quick. He's an amazing dribbler. He's a good finisher. You know, he's a good header of the ball. I don't know. I don't see a flaw in his game. You know, and I just think he's such an underrated player. I mean, Jota gets goals, Gakpo gets goals. Mo's obviously the king. But I think Gakpo is really special. Diaz as well.
But I think Gakpo now has played himself into the front 3.
Big time.
You know, if there was a Champions League final tomorrow.
Do you?
Yeah.
Ahead of Jota?
Yeah.
It'd be Diaz and Mo, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Diaz, Salah and Gakpo, I think now, yeah. I think he's done particularly well this season. I think he's at the forefront. But just going to Owen's point, I mean, we're getting to, well, we've been in the stage for many years now where wide players are all inverted wingers. They're all left-footed playing on the right-footed playing on the left. We see Gakpo's goal there. We'll see Mo Salah's goal later on. We'll see Mo Salah cutting in and hitting the crossbar with a left foot. Why do defenders keep showing players inside onto their strong foot? It's just incredible.
It's one of my biggest pet
This is
peeves
the
right
goal
now,
again.
Mark.
It's just send it. There's a minute to go of the first half. Send him out wide. You know, you've got two of the best headers of the ball in the Premier League defensively in the middle there. Let them go wide and let them cross it. We'll just keep nodding it out. If you're, Connor Cody, it's like, yo, thank you very much. Another cross. I'll had another one. Don't show them inside onto their strong foot. I mean, it's there for all to see. We've got the most intelligent sports science and data people that are showing them, surely. And then 2 minutes later, 2 minutes before, it was Mo Salah, as I say, onto the crossbar. I find it very strange that they play to Liverpool's strengths in particular.